that I fully support transparency on the so-called whistleblower information, even though it was supposedly secondhand information, which is sort of interesting. And other things have come out about the whistleblower that are also maybe even more interesting. But also insist on transparency from Joe Biden and his son Hunter, and transparency from Democrats who went to Ukraine and attempted to force the new president, who I met and is an outstanding person, who just met a little while ago. Some of you were there. I think he's going to be outstanding. He got elected on the basis of corruption. He wants to end corruption in Ukraine, and I think that's great. And unfortunately, the press doesn't even cover it. But they went there and they wanted to force the new president to do things that they wanted under the form of political threat. They threatened him if he didn't do things. It's all a hoax, folks. It's all a big hoax. So we want transparency. We've informed Kevin McCarthy about transparency, and we said vote for it. So I think you'll have close to 100% of the Republican votes, I hope. But they're too busy wasting their time on the witch hunt. So Senator Chris Murphy literally threatened the president of Ukraine that if he doesn't do things right, they won't have Democrat support in Congress. So you're going to look all of this up.
The dishonorable fact of the president's betrayal of his oath of office, betrayal of our national security, and betrayal of the integrity of our elections. Therefore, today, I'm announcing the House of Representatives moving forward with an official impeachment inquiry. The president must be held accountable. No one is above the law. You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it. And then you write it, and if they see it's reported in the press that this, and this, so they have that validation that the press...
They use the actual word brotherhood as an advantage to them. Mm-hmm. So they jacked them up with these women and stuff, they took it away. But he's a Freemason. Ah. But see, if you start exposing them, they'll go after you, they'll go after your family, they'll try to kill you because the government's part of it. It's not only civilians, the government is in cahoots with these people.
Right, right.
And in there's sectors throughout the whole country that split apart. I don't know if it's north, east, south, and west.
Called wrap-up smear is real.
But they have witches that are in charge of these sectors and warlocks that are in charge of these sectors, and they pretty much monitor the satanic, I'm going to use the satanic, members. Mm-hmm. Like they're called congregation too, just the opposite of being believers, right? So they have specific warlocks and, Council of 13 witches, which are either male or female, mm-hmm. and pretty much they're in charge of thousands of members of the congregations and the local witches and warlocks that are in charge of that congregation.
Wow.
And a lot of them are politicians, heavily involved in witchcraft.
He will never shut down our democracy or silence the voices of us, the people. Has been found to have misled the country. Should now resign. Who believe that the rules they set for everyone else don't apply to them.